Michigan, a little place called Flint, Michigan. And when I finally got in so much trouble, the police sent me to live with my father. My dad really began to work on me and turn my life around, though I was not yet a Christian. Two of my favorite people in my life were my grandfather and my grandmother. I was their only grandson, and they loved to spoil me. My second year in college, my grandmother, who already had this horrible disease called Parkinson's disease, she got uterine cancer and was in the hospital. And as I was coming home from college one day, I stopped by the hospital to see my grandmother. And she was lying there in the bed suffering. And I was angry. And I looked at her and I said, Grandma, where is this God of yours? You served this God of yours your whole life. What has he done for you? Look at you. You're suffering from Parkinson's and now you're suffering from cancer. What is it with this God of yours? Why doesn't he ever help you? Now you have to understand, my grandmother was very, very sweet. My grandmother was one of these people that are so sweet you need a diabetes shot to be around them, all right? Grandma was just so sweet. And that sweet little old lady reached out and grabbed my arm and held it very strong. And she looked me in the eyes and she said, Davy, don't you ever talk about God like that, ever again. Davy, God is good and his mercy endures forever.
Amen.
And she said, you need to realize, you need to come to understand the one biggest truth that you need to know about God is whatever you see, whatever is going on around you, God is good and his mercy endures forever. Now some of you are here tonight and you say, well, all that's great, but what has God ever done for me? Well, let me tell you what God has done for you. God chose the exact time and place for you to be born. Acts chapter 17, beginning with verse 26. From one man he made every nation of men, that they should inhabit the whole earth. And he determined the time set for them, and the exact place where they should live. Another translation said, God decided exactly when and where they would live. Everybody say, God chose my birthday.
Choose my birthday.
You were not born by a biological accident. God chose your birthday. Everybody say, God chose my birthday.
God chose my birthday.
Say it again.
God chose my birthday.
And he chose where you were to be born. So he chose your date and place of birth. But in addition to that, God knew you while you were in your mother's womb. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I consecrated you. While you were still a blob of a few cells beginning to multiply like you studied in college. Before you even looked like a little lizard. Before you took any form at all, just a little blob of cells, God said, I knew you. God said, I called you by name. God said, I consecrated you. So God has been involved since the very conception of your life. God has been involved in your life. And he has a plan for you. Jeremiah chapter 29:11, God said, I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. God has a plan for your life. Look at the person next to you and say, God chose my birthday.
God chose my birthday.
God chose me to be Filipino.
God chose me to be a Filipino.
God has a plan for my life.
God has a plan for my life.
God knows me.
God knows me.
And God has a purpose for me.
God has a purpose for me.
Acts 13 verse 36. For David, after he had served the purpose of God in his generation. You are not a person who is just going to live life and exist. God has a purpose for you. But again, you look and you go, well, Pastor, all that's great and wonderful, but what's God been doing for me lately? Would you like to know? He has been patient with you. He's been what?
Patient.
Acts chapter 14, beginning with verse 16. The Apostle Paul said, in past generations, he allowed all nations to walk in their own ways. Another translation said, do their own thing. God has been patient with you while you have ignored him, God has been patient with you. God has been graciously patient with you while you have pushed him away, as he has reached out to you again and again in your life, as he has reached out to help you. You pushed him away, you've ignored him because you wanted to go do your own thing. And the whole time you were doing your own thing, God was still good to you. Everybody say, still good to me.
Still good to me.
Acts chapter 14, verse 17. Yet he did not leave himself without a witness, for he did good by giving you rain from the heaven and fruitful seasons, satisfying your hearts with food and gladness. Even while you did your own thing, God put food on your table. Even
Amen.
while you did your own thing, God put joy and laughter in your heart. The only reason there's any laughter, there's only reason there are any smiles in this whole world is because God put joy in our hearts. So some of you need to realize a little bit that even though maybe you have pushed God away and you've done your own thing, you've done whatever you wanted to do without thinking about the consequences, God has never stopped loving you. God has never pushed you away. God has never lost his patience with you. While you did your own thing, God has continued to be good to you. God has continued to put food on your table. God has continued to bless and prosper the Philippines and send rain on our land in its season and bless our crops. And God has continued to fill our hearts with joy and laughter. God is good and his mercy endures
Forever. Amen.
What I told you tonight is just a little thing that you need to remember about God. In just a moment, we're going to ask the ushers to come. If you'd like to give an offering, that's fine. If you don't want, that's fine. We did not do this as a paid concert. The Bible, Jesus, everybody say, Jesus said.
Jesus said.
Freely you have received, freely give. Everything about the gospel is free.
Amen.
I didn't hear you.
Amen.
Never be around Cathedral of Praise.